Hello, my gorgeous light beings, my healers, my star seeds, my light workers. Welcome back to my channel, the Pleiadian Priestess. Today I have a juicy reading for you guys today as always, so just stick around and in a few I'll tell you what the reading is going to be about. Hi guys, if you're still here, today's reading is going to be about, are you on the right path? We're going to get into that, if you are, if you aren't, whatever. And then we're going to get into how can you become more aligned with that path. So depending on the answer you get, we're going to switch the prompt, accordingly, essentially. So it's kind of like a mystery reading, but not. We're just going to see if you're on the right path and then get into topics that come through or what you may need to know, what you may need to hear, advice from spirit, stuff like that. So we're going to get into it. It's not going to be like a fun, juicy reading, even though I believe these topics are juicy, which is why I do them, because I feel like we all need some help. A lot of readers do love, and I started doing that as well. And then they do like reputation, how do you look, stuff like that, which of course you all want to know. And I've covered enough of that for now. And I want to get into like more serious topics. I guess you can say, are you on the right path? How could you become better aligned? That kind of stuff. So that's what we're going to get into. Okay. So for group one, we have these two cards here, and then we have this straw. Now, if anybody wants to see it a little closer, it's like a yeehaw cowboy straw, or cowgirl straw, we should say. For group two, we have the yellow straw, and then we have the tiger heart, star-eye tiger. Okay, that's group two. And then for group three, we have this, I don't know what it's called. I think it's like a milkshake or like a frappe kind of pencil or pen thing. I believe it's a pen. Yeah, it's a pen. Okay. So you're going to choose what object is standing out to you the most, which pile, the energy, however you want to choose your readings, or however you do choose your readings. And as always, I will see you guys at your reading. I forgot to light the candle. Oh no. Well, I can do it right now. See what you're reading, guys. Bye. Hello, my gorgeous group ones. Welcome to your reading. If you chose this straw with the cowgirl hat on it, then you're in the right place. Immediately when I was sitting down to get into your energy, I heard yeehaw. And of course it makes sense because we have the cowgirl hat here. But it's kind of like when we think of yeehaw, we think of woohoo, yeehaw, we're having fun, we're riding the waves of life and we're beating it, because we have the when you're riding the bull, I was also getting that imagery in my mind. You're riding the bull. When you're riding the bull, you're having fun, you're having a good time. And the longer you stay on the bull, the longer, the more well you're doing. And obviously, if you're saying yeehaw, you're still on the horse, you're still in the race, you're still on the bull. So you're doing well. So right now, I would say, without looking at the cards, that you are on the right path. Okay, and you're having fun with life. You're kicking booty, as people would say. And just all around having a good time, I would say. And then here we have red, and red is very like sacral chakra, so you could be feeling like very grounded right now. And I feel like grounded, when we do feel grounded, we do feel safe, and we do feel like we have like, obviously when you're grounded, you're on the ground. Okay, so you're not up in the air all over where there's no like purchase for you to, there's no traction for you to walk on, that kind of thing. So if you're grounded, you're walking on earth, you're making stable steps forward, you know what I mean? Or steady steps forward, I should say. So I would say you guys are on the right path. And this is like giving me what's it called? Beyonce's new album, the country one. So it's like, anytime you go to a country shindig, they always having a good time, child. Maybe some of y'all could be square dancing or learning that. Maybe it's summer now. Maybe some of you are from Texas and you love you a good cowgirl hat or cowgirl boots. I'm seeing like the really sparkly iridescent cowgirl boots. And I think Beyonce does have that on her new album or something along those lines. I haven't really gotten into the videos or anything like that, but I've like seen little clips, and I'm pretty sure all cowgirls have those sparkly cowgirl boots. Okay, because even I was thinking of getting some, but that's not really the culture in New York. So who would I to be? I still might get it, child. Who knows? But yeah, maybe some of you could be contemplating that, and that's your confirmation to go for it. Or maybe some of you want to like maybe indulge more in square dancing or country life, and you should. I don't know what that came through, but it came through. So we're gonna stick with it. Okay, so I'm going to put your straw or put it back over here. This is not even mine, child. Let me make sure the accessory is still working because it wasn't working for a minute there. So for you, we have yes, exclamation point, not even just yes, yes, exclamation point. In this deck, we have two yeses. We have yes, okay, and then yes. So yes, we're on the right path, and I love that, okay. And then for here, we have within the next few months. So, like I said, things are going really well for you, or seem to be going really well, and it seems like you're kicking booty. It's like you're, taking names, that kind of vibe. Like everything seems to be going well for you, and you feel like on top of the world kind of vibe. Was now I'm hearing that song. I'm on top of the world, eh? I'm on top of the world, eh? Been thinking about this for a while now, that kind of thing. And I'm trying to remember who wrote that song. I think it's an American author, so maybe some of you could be. And it's funny how I was talking about cowgirl, cowboy country, that kind of thing, and that's like a very American thing. I don't really think there's like other countries where they wear the boots and the cowgirl hats, cowboy hats. They ride on bulls, that kind of thing. That's a very like country thing to do. And I'm hearing a song by American authors, so maybe some of you just had some. Maybe you had a big accomplishment over the 4th of July weekend that just passed. Or you had a really good time for July 4th. Like I said, you got some good news. That's the kind of vibe that I'm getting, that you're feeling on top of the world. But maybe something you are manifesting will be coming into your life in the next few months, okay? And this is your confirmation. Yes, you're on the right path, and within the next few months, okay? So I do want to get a card from this deck here. It's called the Mystical Journey Oracle. Like, guys, I have so many decks y'all have not seen. I have too many, okay? But slowly but surely, we're gonna get into all of them on this channel, okay? And I'm pretty sure I'm still gonna be buying new ones. So even though I shouldn't be, we have life review for you guys. We have yes within the next few months, and then we have life review. So it's like, yeah, you're looking back on your life, and it seems like everything is like going the way you wanted, or like when you finally reached a goal, you look back and you see what it took to get there. I'm also hearing trust the process, and it's also funny but not funny that I was on YouTube earlier, like uploading a video. And I saw a post from someone I follow, and it's like, I think his name is Kenny, and he's like I think he's Korean, and he makes food, and he makes like very cinematic food videos, essentially. And this post was from a few months back, so I don't know why I was now seeing it, but he was celebrating his million, subscriber, and he got the plaque from YouTube, that kind of thing. And he was saying how it came at the right time because he was ready to give up. He was feeling very downtrodden, very down on his luck, and he didn't think it was worth it anymore. But then he got the plaque and realized that, everything was happening as it should be. So trust the process, kind of thing. So I kind of feel like that's what's coming through you with this whole life review. You're trusting the process, or you did trust the process, and now it's turning out well for you. You're getting your equivalent of a million subscriber plaque, because that is a very big, achievement, okay? So like I said, you may have had a big achievement, and now you're looking back like, wow, I'm glad I didn't give up. Okay. I don't know why I feel like things are touching me, and that doesn't come through in every reading. So I feel like things are touching me. I heard bottom of the deck, letting go. So maybe people are clinging on to your energy, and you're feeling the ghosts of people from your past trying to pull you back. Maybe the achievement is you moved on from something, moved on from someone, cut some people out of your life, and now you're kind of celebrating yourself because you're looking back and realizing how better your life has been without those people in it. Okay, and I love how. Let's make sure it's the recording. We have connection here. So you could have been letting go of a connection, and you're finally feeling free. Okay. Or they're saying within the next few months you're going to be manifesting a connection. Take what resonates for you. If you recently got out of a relationship, this is saying that it was the right choice. Okay. Now you're feeling that. You're feeling and knowing that it was the right choice for you. And like when we become someone different, or we evolve in some kind of way, and like that, like I said, we look back and review certain things. We're like, ew, why did we used to like that? Why did we used to do that? Why did we used to tolerate that kind of thing? Like you get the ick at yourself a little bit. That's why that's coming through for you. But you're looking back on the person you used to be like, oh, I'm glad I changed, or I'm not with that person, or I'm not that person anymore. Like I'm not a people pleaser, I'm not a pushover, I'm not someone who was craving affection. And it also comes through in relationships. Like when you are attracted to a certain kind of guy, and then you evolve in some kind of way, and then you look back like, ew, why did I even like that kind of guy or that kind of girl? What was I thinking? That kind of thing, is what's coming through as well. So maybe you're seeing connections differently now, And because you're seeing connections differently, you're manifesting or calling in a better relationship that fits where you are right now. So I love how we have her on this side, him on this side, and now that bridge wasn't being built. It wasn't there before. Now you built that bridge, and literally I'm hearing built a bridge and get over it. So maybe you literally built a bridge and got over a relationship. Now that you did, you're moving on to finding someone else. And you guys were separated before because you have this big chasm here. But like this, you becoming the person you are now was the building of this bridge. And now that it's built, and now that you evolved, you can climb over that bridge and go into the land of men that suit you better now, as you are now, you know. For others of you, you're literally building a bridge and getting over it. So maybe you could be mending fences with someone from the past, you know, that life review. You're looking back at something that happened in your life previously and seeing it in a different light, and maybe forgiving someone or realizing, you know, the part you played in it, that kind of thing. But I'm also hearing forgiveness. Can you imagine, from Hamilton? So there could be something here about you forgiving someone. Okay, like I said, you guys finally building that bridge to reconnect to someone. That could be coming through as well. Like I said, take what resonates. But it's like you become someone new. It's like kind of like when you heal, essentially. And like I said before, you realize, oh, the kind of partners I was going for the bad boys. That's like nasty. Like, bad boys are not where it's at. It's the safe guys, it's the nerdy guys, it's the whatever kind of guys, you know. It's the guys that put in the work and show you how they care. We don't want nonchalant, okay? We want someone to chalant over us really hard, okay? That's what you're kind of going over. And maybe there was someone in your past that you kind of not threw away. That's rude, spirit. Stop it. That you threw away or you overlooked. We'll go with that. That's the nicer way to say it. There's someone you overlooked, and now you're in review now, looking back and saying, dang, I really messed up with that person because they were like really riding for me, but I was more so going for the bad boys and they weren't my type then, but they are now. And that's that reconnection. Okay, so I'm here, I said reconnection, not connection. Okay, so I can't read now, huh? Anyway, so you're on the right path, yes, and it's leading to a reconnection or a connection, or it's leading to you looking back on where you were before and where you are now, and like seeing the big difference in who you are as a person, or where your life is now. You're like, that used to be me. I used to be shy. I used to be, that was me the other day. I was like, I used to be shy, really? Like, and I feel like there's a thing that I read. I forgot where I read it, but it was like kids who are shy are not actually shy. They just don't feel comfortable being themselves, or whatever the thing was saying. So basically, you thought your whole life you were shy, and everyone was telling you, "Oh my gosh, you're so shy," when you really weren't. You were just, you didn't really like that person. You didn't like their energy, or you didn't feel comfortable showing who you really were. So you were being more secluded, building up walls. You know, because I would get that all the time. Like, oh my gosh, you're so shy. And now I would never consider myself someone who's shy. Reserved, yes. Withdrawn sometimes, yes. Shy, no. You know? So it's like the more you find yourself, the more you become comfortable in who you are. Now you look back and say, that was me? Really? How so? Let me stop. You know, that kind of thing is coming through. Okay. So we have established that you are aligned. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is get into the tarot cards to see how can you become better aligned. Or, I mean, I feel like if you're already aligned, you don't need to become better aligned. But I'll get a few cards for that, and then we're going to get into like what is coming, you know, what's coming next, essentially, or something like that. So how can my group ones become better aligned? We can always receive advice, you know, if you're willing to accept it. If not, you can skip over this part. I don't know. How can we become better aligned? You have the seven of materials. Just keep going, essentially. Keep, you know, investing in yourself. Keep nurturing yourself. Keep planting those seeds you've been planting. They're just saying keep going. How can you stay aligned? Keep going. Okay, here we have eight of voices. Yeah, I don't want those negative voices on the inside that are trying to tell you you're not worth it. You know, those voices saying be shy, don't talk to them. You know, they don't want to hear what you have to say. You're not important, that kind of thing. Don't listen to those voices, because eight of swords is that you imprison yourself, you blindfold yourself, you hold yourself back because of maybe self-limiting beliefs, or because of what you've been told your whole life, or because of certain things. And now the more you discover who you are, because you put in that time and energy, the more those voices like can shut up and go somewhere with them. Okay, they can go somewhere with themselves. So just continue put it pouring into yourself, essentially, is what the Seven of Materials is saying. And the Eight of Swords in reverse is basically saying continue coming out of your shell, continue not listening to those voices, not letting them hold you back or make you shy or reserved or locked in a box. Okay, if you want to change the next day and become someone completely different than who you are right now, do that. Keep growing, essentially, is what they're saying. Now I want maybe two more cards for this portion. How can you become better aligned? They just say keep going. Like I said, you're already aligned, so I don't think you really need that much advice, but they're just like, don't turn back into that shell of a human you used to be. That's not, you weren't aligned then, but you are now. So whatever you're doing now, keep doing it. Now we have the Seven of Voices in reverse. We have, what is the Seven of Voices? The betrayal, someone hiding secrets from you, maybe you hiding secrets from yourself, or moving sneakily. You know what this is giving me? Because I feel like there's so many different meanings of the Seven of Swords, okay? And there's like this, when I see it in specific decks, I get different meanings, okay? So what I just saw in my head is the card in the Everyday Witch Tarot, where there's essentially someone sneaking out in the middle of the night. So it's kind of like, and it's funny how I was talking about a connection that you may have ran from. Maybe that's what it is. You snuck out in the middle of the night, okay? But it's but it's also giving me like a thief in the night kind of energy, where you're hiding, you're sneaking, you're lurking. It's like a child that's sneaking out in the middle of the night to go to a party because they don't want, because their parents don't want them to have fun, or their parents don't let them be who they are. They what was it used to be like? There used to be some kids who like came from very conservative households, and their parents, I forgot who it used to be. There used to be one very specific girl I used to know in middle school, and she would literally come to school and change her whole clothes and make it like more revealing, showing skin, whatever, and then she would change back into the appropriate attire and go home. And I'm like, what? Like, people living double lives in middle school? That's crazy. That's what this is giving me, living a double life. And I love how we have this you in your light. Okay, she's shining, she's in color, and then we have her in shadow. Okay, so it's kind of like with that shadow side wind coming through again, but it's like sneaking. Stop, like I said, keeping yourself in that box where there's no light. Because when you're in a box, there's no light to shine on your color. You're not going to be in color, you're going to be dark. Okay, hiding, essentially. And when you're not in the box, you open that box and step out into the world. Now you're seeing everything because you're in the world, you're living, you're having fun. That cowboy, cowgirl, you're riding that bull and living and riding the ups and downs of life, where before maybe things could have been monotone or very boring, you know. So the Seven of Swords is very much giving me that Seven of Swords in the Everyday Witch Tarot, where the person is sneaking out of the house. So no more lurking, no more living in the shadows. We know how that goes. That song is coming through. I won't let them break me down to dust. I know that there's a place for us, for we are glorious. When the sharpest words wanna cut me down, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm gonna send a flood, I'm gonna drown them out. Yeah, yeah. I'm not scared, I'm not bruised. I am who I'm meant to be. This is me. Look out, cause here I come. That song is coming through. This is me from The Greatest Showman. So it's like you are now showing the world who you are. Don't ever go back to being that person who wasn't. Don't ever go back to being that person who was shy, withdrawn, holding yourself back from everyone, living double lives, essentially coming to school and being who you were, and then having to go home and not be who you are. Stay in that energy of, finally letting your freak flag fly if that's what you want to do, or dressing how you want to dress, dating the people you want to date. Maybe forming closer bonds, connection could be a thing, because that whole sneaking off in the middle of the night, you could have had, like, relations with someone, and because you were scared to build a deeper connection, you ran, and now you're someone who doesn't run away from connections, you're running towards connections. So where this bridge was broken or half built because you weren't able to fully form a connection, now it's fully built and you're able to run towards someone instead of running away from them. So it's like, don't ever go back to that person who thinks they don't deserve love, they are not capable of forming deep connections or bonds with people, feeling like you have to hide yourself, or you can only be yourself with people for a short amount of time and run away from them and go back to being who you usually are, that kind of thing. That's the vibe that I'm getting for you guys, essentially. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Eight of Cups, like walking away from just okay, walking away from being okay with living in the shadows. No, that could have been, satisfactory. It could have been all right, but we want Nine of Cups. So that's why we're walking away from this Eight of Cups to get our wish fulfillment. And then eventually walk away from that wish fulfillment and get everything we've desired and have complete emotional fulfillment with the Ten of Cups. You know, we don't want to be just okay. We want to be great, amazing, you know, that kind of thing. So this is what this Seven of Swords is telling me. No more living in the shadows, you know. Yeah. Go listen to that song. No more living in the shadows. We know how that goes. There's another song in that movie that it's like, oh man, no more living in the shadows. We know how that goes. There's another song from The Greatest Showman. So we have This Is Me, and then we have the other song where they finally break free from P.T. Barnum because he's treating them like lepers at this point. He went from supporting them to becoming one of the people who are looking down on them and keeping them out of the room where it happens, we can say. And they finally got fed up with him, and they said, "I'm gonna head out. Yeah, I'm gonna head out. Yeah." And they like had like a mutiny and left him, kind of thing. He had to come back and grovel essentially, and that's that song that I'm saying. We're no more living in the shadows because we know how that goes. And I'm hearing the part of the song, and I know that I deserve your love. There's nothing I'm not worthy of. I am who I'm meant to be. This is me. That song. So maybe This Is Me is a more important song coming through, but that song, I won't let them break me down to dust. That song is coming through. And maybe it's the same song, honestly. I don't know, but I feel like it's two different songs. Okay, one more card, one more card, one more card. For what can you do to become more aligned? Please, Spirit, what can my group ones do to become more aligned or stay aligned? We should say, stay aligned. What can they do to stay aligned? So yeah, no more sneaking, no more hiding, no more smoke and mirrors. Look, we have Six of Wands. Yeah, fully, literally, no more hiding. This is you being bright and in living color. You showing off who you are. You being in the spotlight is what the Six of Wands represents. People following you. People being able to see you. You're no longer one person in some rooms and another person in another room. No, of course, in some situations you have to like code switch. Of course, it's not what I'm talking about. This is fully embracing who you are and who you always have been and who you may have been subduing this whole time. Finally living that person in living color when you don't have to hide, be yourself. Maybe sometimes you do have to code switch and that's a different story, but when you don't have to hide who you are, continue being yourself. Because that's what we want to see. That's what's, bringing in all this success, I can say, all this notoriety, all this attention, all the accolades. And it's funny how I was talking about that a little bit in the beginning of how the guy was like, I was ready to give up. And then of course, you don't just get 1 million subscribers in one day. So he was obviously building up to it. But of course, somewhere along the way, maybe he got stuck on, what is it called? 999,000 for like 5 months. He's like, oh my gosh, I'm putting in all this work. Cause I know he has to put in all this work with those videos he makes. Stop it. So he's like, I'm doing this, and even in months, I still can't even get 1 million. And then just something happened, and he went over. You know, maybe he started being his goofy self more in his videos because I have seen a progression from who he was when I first found him to now. So he started maybe being more authentic in himself and putting more of himself in his videos, and people felt that and started subscribing more. Because I feel like if people see your videos and they like it, they'll like it. Comment, oh, it resonated, da da da. That doesn't mean they're gonna subscribe. There has to be something that calls them to you that makes them subscribe, and they can't feel called to you if you're not being who you are. So that's the vibe that I'm getting from you guys. So maybe he was stuck in that 99.9 for the longest time. He was like, oh my gosh, when am I going to flip over to 1 million? He finally did. He's like, okay, now I understand. Maybe there was something behind the scenes when he did some reviewing. He was like, okay, I see the problem. I wasn't being as real I could be, or I wasn't being authentic, and that's why I wasn't getting 1 million. Then I started being more authentic, having more fun. Essentially, that's the Six of Wands can mean that as well, having more fun, you know. And that's when he tipped it over, and he's like, okay, now I see the difference from how I was before to now, and I trusted the process, which he said in the post. So that's what's coming through as well. Now we have the Six of Voices, Six of Swords, and this is healing. Moving on, so you have two sixes coming through. So and six is like always the card of like transition, always the card of healing for me, things changing. Okay. Most of the time for the better, I would say, because all the sixes in the tarot are pretty good. Like I can say that with I'm pretty with surety. All of them are good. Six of Wands is good. Six of Cups is great. Six of Pentacles is great, and Six of Swords is great as well. So there's no negative connotation with any of the six cards, which means like healing, or like you're going from this and you're finally stepping over into more than mid or medium, whatever, because of course five is right in the middle. Then when you go more towards six, considering there's 10 cards in the suits, six is like, better than half, you're better than average, kind of thing. So things are like turning over in your favor, things are getting good, it's finally getting good now, is what I'm hearing. And look at how this hand is protecting her from the spikies, and we have three spikies. And since this is swords, I can just guess, I can wage that this would be three of swords, which is heartbreak, it's pain, it's heartache, that kind of thing. And this is them healing from that. Or and look at how, like, I don't know if you can see, you probably can. I don't know why these rings look like band-aids. You know how Michael Jackson used to wear band-aids on his hand, and he said it was because he was hiding the spots of vitiligo that got bad on his fingers. That's what these are giving me, a bunch of band-aids. And I love how the most notable point when he had those band-aids on that I'm thinking of right now is in Bad. You're throwing stones to hide your hands, that kind of thing. So you could have been throwing stones to hide your hands. You could have been, like I said, distractions. You were throwing out distractions so people couldn't really see who you were. You were wearing dark, drab, baggy clothing so people couldn't see your body. That kind of thing is what's coming through as well. So like, you're throwing stones to hide your hands, kind of thing. So that's what this card is giving me. And you have all these bruises on your hand because it took time to get it right. If you're learning how to sew, you're learning how to knit, there's sharp needles involved and you can get hurt. Maybe if you're learning how to what is it called? I'm hearing hot glue something. There is room for damage. There's room for getting hurt. And all these hurts are leading you towards this healing, essentially, is what this card is saying as well. So you're surpassing this, or finally getting over these spikes. And this hand is safely guiding her to the other side. And that's the image that's coming through here as well. So we have imagery coming through twice of building bridges and getting over it. Okay. Or being able to connect on a deeper level, because that's what Six of Swords is healing. And that's what the Three of Swords represents sometimes. In reverse, it represents healing. So I do feel like that's definitely what's coming through. So keep healing, keep, pouring into yourself. That Seven of Pentacles coming through as well. Keep putting yourself out there, because you are someone who's supposed to be in the spotlight. You're supposed to be on the bull riding, saying "Yeehaw!" You're supposed to be enjoying life. Make sure we're slow recording. Okay, thank God. I would have been mad. Yeah, no more hiding, no more living in the shadows, none of that. No more being sneaky, because look, we have the foxes here, and foxes are known for being sneaky. It's also giving swipe or no swiping. You know what I mean? From freaking Dora. Yeah, swipe or no swiping. He would be sneaky and try to sneak around Dora and Boots to steal their stuff. And sometimes they would get him, and then sometimes they wouldn't. So if they didn't say swipe or no swiping fast enough, they wouldn't be able to stop him from stealing their stuff. So that is what's coming through for you guys. That is how you can become more aligned. Now we're gonna move on to, I don't know. I feel that's I heard that's it. Okay, wait. Let me pull from this deck here. And look, as I split the deck, we have Orphan and we have a Yin. So Yin is like that feminine energy, of flow, of being in flow, of being receptive. And it's like, I feel like in the book, and here we have two, which is the number of connection. Okay. And I'm also seeing that caring connections card in the energy oracle. And I did almost bring that deck out to use today, but I didn't. I left it. I don't want to use too many cards. Yeah, caring connections, and we have connection here. Then we have two. So a lot about, maybe forming better attachments to people as well. So Yin is like being more in your feminine energy, and being more in your feminine energy attracts masculine energies. So in some instances, people who do things for you, which is a masculine energy, people doing things for you, your feminine energy. Empress energy is, for example, or you being more open in love, being more vulnerable. I'm hearing less intimidating. with the Six of Wands here, I can see where you could come off intimidating to others. Because like you shine so brightly, and it's like it makes people scared to maybe talk to you, interact with you, want to get on your bad side maybe as well. Or men are just scared to maybe come and talk to you. Because this car, like I thought it was like a love based car when it first came out because she looks, really pretty. She looks very much in her element. And then of course she has that deep red lip. And anytime a woman puts on a deep red lip, she's ready to do something. A deep red lip, stop it. Especially if it's matte, stop it. Stop it. She's ready to cause trouble, literally. So that's literally so you may look like trouble. And I'm also hearing I heard a few things. Hold on. So I heard I knew you were trouble when you walked in. Okay, so you could look like trouble. That's Taylor Swift, but that came through because I was like, I remember Taylor is known for her signature red lip, and especially in her trouble or red phase, where she was putting out those songs like "I Knew You Were Trouble." What are some other songs she was putting out during that era? Was it uh oh man, yeah, no, she was in her bad girl era when she was literally putting out those songs, and that's like the album she made, like really coming for John Mayer and Harry Styles at that time. You know what I mean? So that's the era you're going to be in your Taylor Swift. And I think like after Red, that was when she came up with Reputation, because then she became someone everybody was ragging on her and saying, "Oh my gosh, you're doing this and doing that," and like people were just hating her. So then she came up with Reputation kind of vibes. So you're getting in that maybe you have a reputation, and that's why people may be scared to come and talk to you as well. And I love how see what is it wild horses or wildflower wild like what is the name of that song by her? But I know it's from the Red album. And I'm thinking about it because it was in season 2 of Fate Wink Saga on Netflix, and it was basically when Bloom and Sky finally have their alone time because he took her to a house he had in the country or whatever, and they were like riding horses. Okay, wild horses could be coming through as well. And I think that's a song by Old Dominion. It's a country song, and country was coming through. So maybe you guys listen to them. If you do, I love them too. Please comment. We can connect. Okay, what's your favorite song by them? Um, but it's like yeah, Some Horses is what is the name of the song. Some Horses, but there is a song Wild Horses by what's her name? Bishop Briggs that comes through a lot. And it's like wild horses. Wild horses run faster, run faster, run faster. So wild horses run faster, that kind of thing. And it's funny because wild, and there was an energy of you running away from connection. So maybe that's something that's coming through as well. Yeah. You were a wild horse and you were just running away from everyone, which is why now you may have a reputation of running from everyone, which is why people could be scared to come and talk to you. That could be coming through as well. Um, but yeah. So that Red Lip by Taylor, and then this is also giving me Taylor in one of her music videos where she has like a flowing red dress. Let me just bring it up so y'all can see. I don't want to mess up the spread, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Like, look at her. Like this. Don't tell me this is not Taylor. This is her going to this temple of like not sorcery, no siren. She's going to the temple of the siren. She's coming in an innocent, flowy, white dressed, girl, and she's gonna be coming out this siren. This empress essentially. So you went in innocent, came out bad. And Bad by Michael did come through in your reading. So yeah, you're in your bag, y'all era, like Riri. Not even it's not an era for her. That's just who she is. Honestly, I just heard. So maybe it's not an era for you. That's just who you are. And I was talking about you being attracted to bad boys. Maybe that's why, because you were a bad girl, and the bad boys like allowed you to be the bad girl you wanted to be. Okay, but yeah, like very much your light is shining bright with that. Like I said, the Six of Wands, and then Taylor's a very popular artist as well. I'm so mad I can't remember that song by her. Okay, so What else do we need to know about this reading, please? What else can you tell us? How can they become more aligned? You already know they're on the right path. We have co-create. Yeah, it's just they're just saying continue to co-create with the universe. You're already doing what you need to do, essentially. Within the next few months, something big is going to be coming into your life, something good. Maybe you're going to be in a relationship. You're going to be in a caring connection. Work is going to be going well as what I just heard. Okay. This one fell apart. And we have Treasure Island. Exactly. I'm not taking all of these. We have Treasure Island, period. And I knew this card was going to come out in one of these readings. I called it in my head. Like there's cards from certain decks that I just see in my head before I start the reading. And then they end up coming out, which I love. So yeah, we have Treasure Island. So yeah, I'm like within the next few months, things are going to be like coming to fruition. Maybe a job opportunity or a relationship, that kind of thing. Maybe a serious commitment for others of you. So Treasure Island is definitely an energy of. And look how I feel like I just heard like specifically, and islands are always, well, this island looks like it's always moving. So it's definitely moving towards you. It's coming to find you. The treasure island is coming to find you. So this treasure island could be a person because it's moving towards you, or some energy. Okay. Also, this, I don't know why. Every time this turtle comes out, it gives me that scene from Avatar: The Last Airbender. If you've seen this card before on this channel, I've probably mentioned it. And it's the scene in the show where he's telling all his friends he doesn't want to kill or unalive, I guess you could say, Philo and Ozai, and everybody's like, that's the only way, that's the only way. And he's like, no, I'm not giving up my morals as a pacifist, as a monk, to unalive someone because everyone is telling me to. So he runs away the day before the big battle, and he's trying to find answers, you know. He ends up like falling asleep and finding this big turtle, lion sea turtle, and going on its back, and it like touches his third eye and awakens him, and he ends up finding the answers. So it's like an epiphany. You've been searching for something for so long, and you're finally going to find it, whether it's a person, whether it's an idea, whether it's a job, or whether it's a part of yourself you've been searching for the longest time. You know, whatever it is moving towards you. Because I do believe also in that episode it ends up swimming away from him. We don't know how he ends up in the sea, how it finds him, but he ends up on an island, I believe it is, and the island ends up being that turtle, Turtle Island. And he's like, I'm moving. Why am I moving? And then he swims down, and then he sees this big giant. I was scared at first. I ain't gonna lie. I don't like surprises, especially a big ras turtle. No. So yeah, I was scared, but pretty sure he was too. And then he swam down deeper into the ocean. The more you swam down, the more you discover. The more you plunge, you take the plunge. The more that was when he was able to be. It touched his third eye chakra, and he was able to be enlightened. So like, keep digging, keep going, keep co-creating, keep finding yourself, being more yourself. That kind of vibe is what's coming through, and you're gonna stay aligned, and something beautiful is gonna be coming. Let me get some tarot cards of what's coming. That's what I want to do. What is coming for them? What is going to be coming within the next few months? I'm nosy, as I'm sure y'all are too. Okay, what is coming in the next few months? Can I get a card or two? And if nothing comes up, that means they don't want you to know. So I'm gonna respect that, but I'm gonna try to get something for y'all. We have an awakening. Yeah, that epiphany moment, like I said, of course. That awakening, that epiphany moment, something coming to light that is like, wow, now I'm awakened. I can see the light, essentially. And then here we have Page of Voices in reverse. I'm hearing something here about you feeling like you don't know something when you do. So it's like you're going to be moving on from this Page of Voices. You're always searching for something. You're searching for that insight, that idea, that spark, that epiphany, that clarity. And it's like you're going to stop having to search for it. You're going to finally find it. And it's like that whole, the answers are already within you. So there's no need for you to go searching for it kind of thing. That whole like ambiguous statement, like the answers are within you. You already have the answers is kind of what this is giving me here. You're already awakened enough to know what's coming. You know? There's no need for you to act like you don't with the page. A page is a novice, it's new, it's fresh, childlike, naive energy. You're not naive because you're awakened. So you know what's coming, you felt it coming, and you're already like, maybe a healer, maybe you're someone who's a high priestess, maybe you're someone who already knows what's coming. So I don't have to tell you, or maybe like I said, it's supposed to be a surprise. You're supposed to wake up one day and boom, you're awake and you're enlightened. You know? And I do feel like a lot of times when we're sleeping, we are healing and we're traveling and we're learning, that kind of vibe. And our, frequency is getting higher, especially depending on the dreams you have. So you may just wake up one day and be like, oh wow, now I understand, Like dude said on his post, trust the process, okay? So that's what I have for you guys. And it's funny how I have, like, I was saying sea turtle here, even though, or lion turtle, and then we have like a feline esque energy here. So there is something very just inherently sexy and sireny about you, with that feline energy. You prowl, you know what I mean? You walk, you know what I mean? Or if you're a guy, you swagger, kind of thing. So people are just attracted to you. Stop hiding from that. Use it to your advantage, not in a negative way, please. Don't take my words as that, but use it to your advantage. Okay, now I'm done. I hope the stream resonated. If it did, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the tribe. We'd love to have you. If you would ever like to book a personal reading with me, you could always get in contact with me. It's my email in the description box below. But as always, I hope you're having a beautiful, wonderful day whenever you're watching this reading. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye. Hello, my gorgeous group twos. Welcome to your reading. If you chose this yellow straw with the tiger, with the stars in its eyes at the top, then you're in the right reading. Welcome. Immediately based on the straw, we have yellow here, which is a very confident, and we also have yellow in his eyes. It's very confident. It's very following your bliss, following your light, basking in the sunshine kind of energy. So based off of this, and basically how you're just like, I'm getting the vibe people are looking at you with stars in their eyes, essentially. So people are very attracted to you. You're in a very attractive energy because people follow their bliss and their happiness, and that could include you or be you, essentially. That's what's coming through. But this reading is going to be about, are you on the right path? Okay. And then how can you become more aligned if you aren't, or if you're not? Okay. We're going to get into it depending on what comes out. Okay. So this tiger is like fierce, feline-esque, okay, going after what you want, being a predator. So it's like you're stalking after something with stars in your eyes. You're inspired, or you're impassioned is the word I wanted to use. Yes, you're impassioned. You have these stars. It's like, I'm gonna get what I want no matter what, kind of thing. I'm hearing star on the rise as well. So maybe, like I said, people are looking at you with stars in their eyes. You're looking at a certain goal with stars in your eyes, and it's you just following your bliss and what makes you happy. So I feel like just that alone would say you're on the right path, in my opinion. But we're gonna see what the card says. But yeah, like it's like giving a star. Maybe I'm hearing groovy as well. So 70s, you're very groovy. You're grooving along. Life would be going really well right now. I'm hearing, I have no complaints. So it may not be going fantastically, but you don't have any complaints. Things are not going horribly. So just like you're just chilling, you're cool, and maybe some of you could be a little I don't know, high on life or high on substances. I don't know if people take substances here, in this group, if you chose it, that kind of thing. But I do feel like there's a goal you have in mind, and you're very much focused on that goal with these stars in your eyes. Or maybe you're falling in love with someone, and that's feeling pretty good as well. Or falling in love with life again, essentially. So maybe you weren't on the right path, but you're back into that energy of maybe falling in love with life. Okay. Here we have pink, and pink is like very romantic. It's very bubbly. It's very girly kind of energy, and this is giving me something that I'm hearing, like, is it like Olipop? Like very poppy, very fizzy kind of vibe, maybe spicy. Um, like your energy is like what is the word? Your energy is very, like, it's like palpable. It's very bright, bubbly, that kind of thing. Let me see if I can find the right word. Staticky, electric. There we go. Very electric, staticky kind of vibe, where it's attracting a lot of people towards you. Because Olipop is like that new soda that's not soda, you know? And it's like I'm seeing it a lot on TikTok, and I also saw it in Target, and I want to try it, but I haven't yet. So it's like, you're very fizzy and people love it. So you could be popular as well right now. Because like I said, a big thing on TikTok. You see it in the videos, someone is not blatantly promoting it. So your energy is coming through. It's like very groovy, very funky, very party. And this is like giving me like all those, like, I don't know why or when it became a thing, but I swear to you, in every high school movie or show we watched growing up where they were having a party, tell me there wasn't always one dude in glasses like this. Whether it was the weird dude, the nerdy dude, the dude who had never been to a party before, there was always one dude who had these glasses on. And you're not gonna tell me it's not true because it is. Like, tell me I'm wrong. There's always that one guy, and he was just having a good old time, just happy to be there, bro. Like, he was just happy to be there. So you could just be happy to be here, like I said, just coasting. You're chilling. But yeah, having a good time, partying it out, kind of thing. He could have been on something, like I said. Y'all could be on something. Who knows? You're on one, but it doesn't have to be substances. It's just like that high on life, okay? But I'm gonna stop repeating myself. I'm gonna say bye to the tiger. I'm putting him to the side here. But here we have no. What the hell? Not no, you're not on the right. How rude. Are you on the right path? They said no. Interesting. And I'm hearing it could have something to do with maybe you're coasting and not doing enough. Maybe you're putting on rose colored glass or star colored glass and ignoring what needs to be done, kind of thing. We're gonna see what else comes out. Let me get another card from here. What they're not gonna do is just say no and leave us. Like, at least it's not no with the exclamation point. How rude. Not me thinking, are you on the right path? Are my group ones, are my group twos on the right path, please? That's crazy. Are they on the right path? And it says meditation brings answers. So maybe that whole on drugs, on one kind of thing is you maybe like, what is it called? Escaping, using escapism, not trying to deal with what's actually going on around you, kind of vibe. And they're like, you don't need to do that because meditation brings answers, essentially, is what I feel like the vibe from this is saying. And then it says, listen to your intuition. Wow. So your intuition could be telling you something that's like wait, and it's like wait in reverse telling you to go for something. So that energy that I was picking up on could be something you're going to be embodying or trying to or thinking of doing. There's something you want to go after, but you're not doing it, which means you're not on the right path, essentially. And they're like, you're not listening to your intuition. So, okay, dang. Right off the bat, we coming like that. Okay. Let me get a card from this deck and see what else comes through. So maybe some of you need to like relax and maybe not be partying so much, not going out all the time, not using substances to kind of get out of your head kind of vibe and deal with what's actually in front of you. Okay. So you're not on the right path. How rude. Okay. What are they on the right path? Or what else can you tell us about this? We have Universal Mother. So maybe some of you need to mother yourself or mother somebody else, because you are a universal mother. So maybe there's something you have, like maybe you do have spiritual gifts, for example, and you're meant to use them to help people. You're not, because you're meant to be a universal mother or meant to be mothering yourself at this time, and you're not. Because so one thing about like, it's just like, for example, not even for example, like if you're constantly running from something, you can't heal from it and you can't face it head on and move on from it, because it's always going to be that knot in your back. If you don't go get it checked out or get it loosened by a chiropractor or whatever, it's always going to be there. There's always going to be a kink in your plans. You've been wanting to do something, and why the light just got brighter? So I'm saying the right thing. That's my sign. Why the light got brighter? That's crazy. I never experienced that. It's kind of like maybe you're dimming your light for someone, or you're not shining as bright as you can because you're the universal mother and you're meant to take care of others, but maybe you're not taking care of yourself in order to take care of others. At the bottom of the deck, we have New Dawn. It's a new dawn. It's a new day. It's a new life. And I'm feeling good. That could be something. Yeah, it's a new dawn. It's a new day. It's a new life. So you're stepping into something new. And then look, we have awakening at the bottom. Yeah, but you're asleep right now. There's something you need to awaken to. This is interesting. And 18 is moon energy in the tarot. And New Dawn is Empress. So maybe but that moon energy, that has been coming through lately. And it's funny because I was also doing a debrief for a friend on what the moon card means for me. And I was like, the moon is like when you're hiding something from yourself or others, or you're hiding something from someone is hiding something from you. So someone is hiding something from you, but this whole meditation brings answers. It means you're hiding something from yourself, or you're running away from something that you know to be true, a realization. I'm hearing maybe a relationship. Maybe you know it's not going anywhere. That's the example that's coming through. You know it's not going anywhere, but you're holding on to it, and it's like you're not on the right path because you're not supposed to be with this person. You know, the moons, you're hiding that from yourself. You don't want to admit that to yourself, or you don't want to admit something to yourself at least, because it doesn't have to be a relationship. That's the example that came through. You know, you're supposed to maybe move on and start something new or find someone else, pivot in another direction, and you're not, which means you're not on the right path. Yeah, I heard. Okay, interesting. Universal Mother. Like you, and one thing about a mother is they're gonna tell like it is, you know. So maybe you're not telling it like it is to yourself. Yeah, there's something you know. And look at how we have someone kneeling here in front of an angel who's enlightened. Look how we can't even see their face, how enlightened they are. And we're supposed to be seeking answers from a higher power, which means you do have to meditate. And you know, it doesn't even meaning having to connect with yourself and maybe like a higher power to fully like evolve into this empress that you're meant to be with this new dawn here. And to fully awaken. Awakening is 9 is hermit energy. I've never really gotten this card. And look at how it's very weird how it was mentioning a higher being. And here we have an angel in this card. And it looks like smoke or something, like a war is going on. So maybe you're warring with yourself. There's a war inside of you going on. Like, should I stay or should I go? You know, at a job, like I said, a relationship, a friendship, whatever. It's gonna resonate for to you, boy. Like it literally looks like there's like a war going on up here, and this person's like war torn, battle ridden. Not funny. It's just yeah. War torn, battle ridden, and look at how we have in the middle of it, like there's like heartache, or your heart is at war. Hmm, this is interesting. This is very interesting. You know what? I might need some tarot cards to clarify this energy, but I'm gonna keep this right here. It's like, are these people hugging? It's like, yeah, people reconciling, hugging, whatever. It's like giving, like, maybe reconciling two parts of yourself. Like you realizing that maybe we're going to stick with the relationship example, is not going anywhere, but you may have love for this person. That's fine, but just bring it together, Admit the truth or face the truth. Oh, how rude. So let me get into the tarot cards to see what's coming through. But we know good things are on the way once you do this, because we have this new dawn. And look at how things went from dark here with Universal Mother to like so bright, and that yellow coming through again. So maybe you are like partying a lot, or like like I said, coasting, not trying to deal with the reality of something. And it's time for you to move on from that and start anew, where you can be in your Empress energy essentially. And that's the Universal Mother. The Empress can be considered the Universal Mother, but right here she's in the dark, and right here she's not. Hmm. So what was the next question after that? So you're not on the right path. How can you become more aligned? Yes, that's what I want to know. How can group 2 become more aligned? How can they become more aligned with the path, with their path? What card is this? Look, you see the light doing that, guys? You see? It went and it got bright, and now it's acting stupid again. Stop it. We have 6 of voices. And I love how we have voices, so maybe speaking up is important. I'm hearing acknowledging the truth about a situation, maybe. Let me see if the phone is still okay. Just making sure. See, and it's funny how this literally came through in group 1, first and foremost. So maybe some of you are called group 1, but don't, if you weren't, don't watch it. This card, I explained it as these 3 spikes here. And we have the hand leading her to healing, leading her or carrying her over so she doesn't have to step on the spikes or fall into the water. And it represents healing or moving on. So there could be something here about emotional healing needing to be had, or mental healing, because the source is the mind. And look at how we have this, like this big person carrying the smaller person. and I kept pointing to like higher beings, higher powers kind of thing. That could be they're trying to tell you, leading you over this heartbreak and telling you, hey, we're trying to protect you from this heartbreak, or tell you it's time for you to heal and move on. Or see, yeah, okay. So an example, you want to be with someone and you know in your heart of hearts you're not supposed to be with them, but you're staying with them. It's going to lead to this heartbreak. Or I'm hearing wanting to be with someone. For some of you are with someone, others of you are not with someone, but you want to be with someone. And they're like, no, 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 no. We're trying to glide you over this Three of Swords here to the other side of this big chasm here, as we can see. And you're so gung ho to step. You want your heart broken, huh? You know, we're trying to protect you from it, and it's like you're not trying to heed the warnings we're giving you because you're not listening to your intuition, essentially, which was at the bottom of the deck. Your intuition is saying no, but your mind is like, maybe no. The answer is no. Yeah. What? This is crazy. I don't like this. Nobody wants to be told no. How rude. It's like we're trying to safely carry you to the other side, but it's like you're so adamant on wanting to step over these spikes and get hurt. How rude. Okay, let's see what else comes out. So healing is how can you become more aligned? Following the divine cues as well. If they're telling you no, and you know the answer is no, stop not listening. You have the Seven of Cups in reverse. So this is like waffling, daydreaming, not wanting to come to a decision or not wanting to make a decision. So it's like you're in limbo, essentially. You're in limbo. You don't want to meditate. You don't want to make a decision. You're like wearing your rose-colored glasses, essentially, because the tiger was wearing glasses. You're in your feelings. That's the Seven Emotions. Like, I want this and I want her. I want this and I want that too. When you know you can only have one or none. You know? You're trying to like have your cake and eat it too. All these references or examples are coming through. And it's like that's not how it's gonna work, or that's not how it's supposed to work. You're not supposed to be stuck in between these things. You already know the answer. Stop staying in in this energy of acting like you don't know what to do when you do. Oh boy, they're not gonna be coming for my group too. Let me stop. They said what they said. Let me stop. And not gonna be coming for my group twos like that. And so you're staying in this state of limbo. You're staying in this state of should I, shouldn't I? When already deep down you know I shouldn't, or I should. It's time for me to move on. So, but if you're like, because you're staying in this cycle, you're not on the right path. Okay, how interesting. Here we have the Queen of Voices in reverse. Yeah, you're not taking or seeking clarity on a situation. So that's just gonna keep coming through, huh? And strength in reverse, like you're being, I don't know, like you're being weak. You don't want to deal with the reality of the situation. So you're doing everything that allows you to not deal with it. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Stop acting like y'all don't. We have the Queen of Swords in reverse. Her upright, she's very frank, she's very straight, very harsh, very to the point. She's very truthful, very honest. She doesn't hide anything. She does not deal with things that she knows are not good for her. The Queen of Swords in reverse is kind of like, ooh, I just hypocrite. Ooh, child, I'm a hypocrite. You're not gonna become, like I said, stop coming from my group twos. But they said what they said. Wow. Like you're being a little bit of a hypocrite where you're like, oh, I'm always honest. I always tell the truth. I'm smart, but you're not being smart in the situation, though. Not right now. I'm the universal mother. I'm an empress, but you're dealing with the situation, though. Who? Anywho, let me not too much on y'all. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Muse of Voices, which is the King of Voices. So it's just like this is what your hidden potential, bro. What's up? What's up? Relax. Look at all these things here. Like once you get it together, we have the Sun, we have the Page of Wands. Like having fun, being free. We have the Wheel of Fortune. We have Awakening. Oh, look at all these cards. Okay, what we're gonna do is, it's like the clarity is right there for you to find it, but you're not trying to find it though. Which, like I said, means you're not on the right path. That's crazy. Okay, one more card. How can we become better aligned? That's what is hidden. The fact that you actually really know what to do. Because I feel like even more so than the Queen of Wands, not Queen of Wands, Queen of Swords, the King of Swords knows what to do. He's a little bit harsher. He's a little more to the point. He's a little less emotional about it. He's like just very, the teacher. This is what you have to do if you want to get this. And you are that for people. You are the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords. It doesn't matter if you're a masculine or feminine. You are both. You have that reason, that knowledge, that clarity. But right now it's in reverse. You're going against what you know is right. Yeah, I'm picking up the right thing. And it's like if you were just to sit your behind down for 2 seconds, if we have the Empress in reverse, you're out of alignment with yourself. Because you're doing things that are not for the highest good of yourself. You're doing things that are not going to get you to where you want to go. And you're doing things that are like, it's like literally going against your nature. Which is funny because, like I said in the beginning of the reading, we have the tiger with the star glasses. In what realm and what anything that we know, lore that we know about tigers, are they fun loving? Are they wearing glass? Are they dancing? Having none. The tigers are always the villain. Okay, I'm not even gonna lie. They're always the villains. I'm hearing Bajira, and I think that's the evil freaking tiger from the Jungle Book. And then, or maybe not, maybe it's Tarzan. But yeah, look in all these freaking movies and shows, the tigers are always bad, In Tarzan, the tiger's the one who killed his parents. Okay. In Jungle Book, the tiger is the one trying to eat Mowgli. Like, what do you mean? Like, or since when are tigers ever unserious, or when they ever like fun loving it? No, they're always very intense, very serious, very and also not too much on I don't know if his name is Bajira or not. The tiger, Bajira could be the the panther maybe. Anyway, one thing about the tiger in Jungle Book, he was telling the truth. He was telling them Mowgli does not belong here. He's not an animal, and they made him a villain because of that. He was telling them the truth. You see, ooh, people could villainize you for telling the truth. Because he was telling them the truth. Like, yeah, I want to eat him because that's in my nature. I'm supposed to want to eat him. Why y'all telling me am I supposed to want to eat him? Going against my instinct, which is what you're doing. Wow, boom, mic drop. Go against your instincts. Look, we have a freaking lion, another feline coming through in the car. So you're going against what you know is to be right. Kind of, the ghetto. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, back to what I was saying. Like I said, we saw him as a villain because from Mowgli's perspective, he was the villain. Yes, he was. And another one, Tarzan in the freaking forest, wherever he wasn't supposed to be there. He just got stuck there because the tiger killed his parents. But tigers, that's their instincts, that's what they're supposed to do. But we villainize them for doing it. Ooh, try to ghetto. One thing Disney gonna do is make a villain out of somebody. Let me stop. Anywho. Yeah, both of those stories coming through. Going against your instincts villainize the person. So maybe you could be being villainized for, telling people like it is or whatever. I don't think that's the vibe though. It's you know you're supposed to do something and you're going against those instincts, or people are telling you to go against those instincts. It's kind of like, okay, you're asking a friend, oh, should I call this person? Should I text them? Should I go for this job? Why are you asking your friend? You know what's best for you. Why are you asking your friend for advice? You know what I mean? A second opinion, third opinion is cool and everything, but you're depending on other people to make your decisions for you, and that's not how you're supposed to do it, because you're supposed to follow yourself and what you want to do. And a lot of the reasons why people do that is because they want to have someone to blame if things go wrong. Like, you told me to text him, but you texted him. You took it upon yourself to text him. You know what I mean? So a lot of people ask for advice or second opinions. They want people to tell them what to do so they don't have to take accountability for the decision they made. Yeah. Okay. We're getting somewhere here. But this Empress Universe is definitely telling me there's something new that wants to come in. So maybe it's like if you're I'm screaming. There's a I don't know if it's a meme or a saying or a GIF or whatever going around on or it has been going around for I've seen it a few times. Like, I'm not gonna let my boyfriend stop me from finding my husband. So you could have a boyfriend right now, and you're not supposed to be with him, and he's stopping you from finding your husband because this person has you when you're Empress in reverse energy. And it's like, just that's stupid, but it's like true. You're with someone, and they could be stopping you from finding your person. Very interesting here. Very, very interesting. This is not how I expect group two to go. Look, because the Empress, she has the whole universe within her, in her cloak. Yeah. So maybe you're with someone, I don't want to say doesn't deserve you. You could be pining after someone who doesn't deserve you, someone's not aligned with you. And by you, see, this is the example that I was giving in, it wouldn't be yesterday's reading, but the last reading that I did, where it was like the example that a girl was giving on TikTok about frequencies, where if you're a 4 frequency, but you're elevating slowly to a 7 frequency, if you're still hanging out with those 4 frequency friends, you're going to end up coming back down to a 4 frequency. You know what I mean? So it's like you're with someone and you may like them, blah, 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 all that, whatever, but they're keeping you low. You know, they're keeping you in a low vibration when you're supposed to be higher because you're the Empress coming through here. We have the Universal Mother coming through here. Like, stop it. Mm. And it was like, she was like, oh, so also it could be like someone is manifesting you as well. Like your husband is manifesting you, but you with a boyfriend. And the reason why things are going so wrong is because you're meant to find someone better suited for you. We're not going to say better in general, better suited for you. Someone who's better suited for you and what you want in life, whatever. And in the example the girl was using, she was like, there are people who are maybe on a 7 frequency that you may have met when you were at a 7. But the more you stuck with that 4 partner, the more you knock back down to a 4. And now someone in the 7th frequency is like going to people in the 11th frequency saying, hey, they need help. They want to be a 7. They want to be up here with us, but they're stuck in the 4s. And we can't reach them anymore. We can't hang out with them anymore. We can't touch them. So your person, essentially, if you want to use, for example's sake, is a 7 frequency. But right now, you used to be a 7, but the more you stuck around with this 4 person, friend, person, job, the more you deduce back to a 4. And now that person, the 7th frequency, wants to manifest you, but you can't become a 7 because you're now a 4. Now they're going to the 11th dimension, begging for the light council there, saying, hey, they don't really want to be a 4. They want to be a 7 with me. Can you help me bring them back up to a 7? And the people in the what you call it, the council of light are like, we have no control. It's all about that's their choice to be a 4, you know, but we can't try to help. And that's when they come in and start giving you angel numbers. They start giving you signs and synchronicities because they're telling you it's time for you to come on now, pick it up now. Okay, it's time for you to get back up to the 7 because that's where your person is. But you can't attract them. You are an Empress, or okay, but you're playing not an Empress. You're playing small to maybe fit this partner because they make you feel or whatever, you know. Interesting. So you could be receiving sign synchronicities. Like I said, listen to your intuition, the sign synchronicities, the 1111s, 111s, 222s. You're seeing bees all the time. You know what I mean? That kind of vibe. All those things are coming through for you guys. And it's like instead of trying to meditate and figure out what those signs and synchronicities are trying to tell you, you are running away from it or trying to turn a blind eye, essentially. So yeah, I love that example. Like you want to be a 7. The people, the person, your person in the 7 is like, I promise, she want to be a 7. And the people in 11 are like, no, she doesn't, because she's a 4. We can't force her to be a 7. It's a choice she's making to stay a 4. But like, we can help. We're gonna send these signs, send these synchronicities, and that's us telling her, hey, you're supposed to keep elevating and become this 7 to meet your person in 7. Yeah. Okay. I feel like I've talk that example to death, but it's like you're going against your instincts, but your instincts, your intuition is telling you, yeah, okay, cool. That's how you can become better in alignment. Now, what I'm going to do is get some cards from this deck here, and then at the end, we're going to go back to what is going to come when you are better in alignment, you know? I took off the AC and it's hot in here, child. But the sound in the background is so annoying. I don't like that for y'all. But I'm sweating. I'm not going to lie. Okay. What are we asking for? Can we get some more clarity on this situation, please? Some confirmations or clarifications. We have breathe, just and that's literally meditation. Stop playing. The cards, they get on my nerves. We have breathe and meditation brings answers. So yeah, there's something here about you having to maybe quiet the world around you to hear the message that's meant for you. Because you're getting all these signs and synchronicities, but you're not stopping to decipher them. You're just seeing them, ignoring them, and going about your day. When you're supposed to stop and trying to figure out what they're trying to tell you, because yeah, like I said, it's bringing in this new dawn. This person is this person, this place, this thing is manifesting you, but you have to be at the same frequency to get it. Your vibe attracts your tribe. Your vibe is a 4. What you want is a 7. If you stay at 4, you're not gonna get the 7. You know. So whatever is manifesting you is going to, like I said, people higher above them saying, "Hey, help them, help them." You know what I mean? Throw them a bone, throw them a line, throw them what do they call it, a buoy to help them stay afloat because they're drowning right now. You know, and like, well, we can't force them because this is a decision they're essentially making to stay blind, to not follow their instincts. We can't force them to become a 7. But what we can do is send them these signs, and you're still ignoring those signs. Oh, the ghetto. Anywho, what's coming in? What, can we get some more clarification, please, to this message? So you know I'm not lying or bugging. And you see how the light keeps changing? This wasn't happening in group 1, I promise. We have higher power. Oh my freaking gosh. It's what I've been saying the whole time. Higher power is trying to get in contact with you. The 11th dimension beings. And they're giving you signs, synchronicities, all that kind of stuff. And it's like, where's that card that I was talking about? Look at them. Look at them. They fight for their life here, trying to protect you from whatever this chaos could be. Because we have these two people here that want to come together, and we have this person protecting these two people in their little bubble. That's your person begging them, hey, can you help us? I want to be with them, but they're somewhere else. They're stuck with this other person they're not meant to be with. Or just essentially your person's manifesting their person. That person is you. You have a boyfriend. How can you manifest your husband if you have a boyfriend? You know? Mm. Whew, child. Let me fan myself real quick because this ain't it. This reading is wow. Okay, yeah. And there a lot of damage is coming through. It's like a war, spiritual warfare, honestly. And like I said, at the bottom of this, we have letting go. So there's something you need to let go of, but you're not trying to let go of because it came out in reverse. Wow. The messages are messaging. We have higher powers, so that, yeah, higher powers could be trying to get in contact with you guys, telling you, hey, meditate, get closer to us so we can tell you what's what. It's like, nah, I'm good here in the 4th dimension. That's essentially what you're telling them when you ignore the signs. At the bottom, we have mending. You're trying to mend something that can't be mended, or there's something that needs mending in your life that's you're not mending. Either or. I'm just trying to fix it. Let me make sure it's still recording. And it is. And then you have one more card here. What card is this? And we have community. See, yeah, there's someone, a soul family is manifesting you. We have 8 coming through again with the strength card coming through. So it's like, you know what? What is the best example I could use, child? It's giving in the flesh. Okay. there's of spirit, and then there's in the flesh. When we are in the flesh, okay, we are indulging in things we know we're not supposed to. Junk food, trash TV, drugs, drinking, those kinds of stuff. You know, stuff that help us not deal with our problems, essentially, is what's coming through. When you're in the flesh, how can you be and the spirit is cleansing, meditating, doing what's best for you, eating healthy foods that help your body feel more aligned in order to, bless you, connect with those spirits, you know, or higher powers that want to connect with freaking you. Okay? Huh. And I love, first of all, before I keep going, we have 4 here in higher power, which is Emperor energy, and we have this Empress energy here for you that came out in reverse. Literally, like I said, your Emperor trying to manifest y'all, and y'all stuck with a page, with a king, maybe, which is not bad, but you're an Empress, and every Empress needs her Emperor. You're an Emperor, every Emperor needs his Empress. Okay, now, like I was saying, you're in the flesh, you're off flesh, you're letting your fleshly I can't stand you. I'm sorry. You're letting your urges cloud your judgment because whatever your body's telling you, this feels good, this tastes good, this helps us, you know, reduce our worries. But it's time for you to deal with whatever the problem is to fix it and, you know, eradicate it. Like I said, if there's a knot in your back, it's not going to go away until you go to a chiropractor. You know, if you have a broken leg, it's not gonna fix until you get a cast, you know? So it's something you're leaning on a crutch and you can't use that crutch forever. Okay. Anyway, I'm sorry, I'm acting a fool. We have this community, and I forgot where I was going with that, but we're gonna get back into it. There's something here about a community, a soul family, or whatever. Those seventh dimension people are manifesting you guys. And y'all are like, nah, I'm good in four. Because four, there's no accountability. In four, I can eat whatever I want. In four, I could do whatever I want. In four, I could sleep with whoever I want. That kind of thing. But in seven, there are certain things you have to do to stay at seven. And you don't want to do those things. But in order for you to get what you want to get and be who you want to be, you gotta. Anyway, whew, community. It could be people around you as well that are like co-signing the behavior. It's like you're like a mother hanging out with kids, which, ooh, you see, just came through. You could be the mother friend of your group where you're always telling your friends, maybe you shouldn't do that. Maybe you shouldn't do that. Or you want to tell them that. You're always taking care of them because they're like children to you, not in like the age where you could be the same age as them, but your mentality is far above theirs. Your vibration is far above theirs. But you want to stick beside them, and that means you're going to be taking care of them for the rest of your life. You know what I mean? Because they're always going to be a kid, and you're supposed to be the universal mother. And a mother cannot do certain things. See, the message right there. So it's your community that could be affecting you, the people you're surrounding yourself with. Like I said, that relationship, those friends, that job, whatever that is not aligned with you or who you want to be in the long run, who you're supposed to be in the long run. So right now, you're not on the right path, which would make sense. Okay, so now what we're going to do is get some cards for um what comes once you are in alignment to give you some encouragement. Hopefully, good things come out. All good things, all good things. So, what comes from my group twos when they are in alignment? Okay, when they do find themselves on this right path and they do start making better decisions. Look, I just saw the devil in reverse. I'm pretty sure that was the devil anyway. Once you detach yourself from these worldly things, and become more with one with spirit, where you become one with spirit or more one with spirit, that's when things are going to finally start working out, or when you're going to be on the right path. Okay, so we have four voices. Rest, peace is coming through for you guys. Let me take this card and put it. Y'all saw enough of that card for the reading. I don't know why these flowers can't behave themselves. Y'all saw enough of that card for the reading. I said what I said. Four voices. Healing, moving on, rest, being at peace, essentially. Meditating is Four of Swords as well. Meditating, contemplating, you're in stasis mode, you're resting to find out what you need to do. You're not going out partying every weekend. You're staying in the house, journaling, purging out feelings, reading, that kind of thing. Here we have the Three of Emotions in reverse. That's, oh my gosh, literally what I said. You're not partying, you're not going out drinking all the time, that kind of vibe. Is what the three of, like, celebrating with friends, partying with friends. You're going to be in the opposite of that mode. You're going to be at home in the house, not outside drinking. Third party situations as well is what three of means. So you could be divesting yourself or moving on from this person that could potentially be stepping out on you. I don't know. And you could know this and you're still staying with them. That's coming through. We have justice. You're going to finally get some justice. And look at how as soon as I put the justice card down, the light started shining brighter. I don't know what's wrong with this light. And here we have the Muse of Emotions. You're going to become the ruler of your emotions. And look, the wheel came out in freaking reverse. Y'all know, y'all saw it. It came out in reverse before. And now it's going to come out upright. You're going to be on the right path. You're going to be following your destiny. Exactly. And that's going to lead to a lot of good things coming in, because now the scales are finally just again. They're finally balanced again. Wow. The synchronicities in this reading alone is crazy. We have the Sun in reverse. You're going to let go of any unhappiness you may feel. Okay. And then we have the last card, the Muse of Emotions, which is the King of Emotions. You're going to, feel at peace. You're going to feel settled. You're going to feel stable, essentially. Knowing that you've done everything you could. It's kind of like when people tell you, I'd rather be single and at peace than in a relationship and struggling and having a hard time. That's what you're going to do. You may finally be at peace being on your own, being single. Like, I'd rather be single than having somebody's son or daughter upset at me every hour, every day, knowing they stepping out, doing things with other people. Maybe you could have some shady friends as well. Take it as it resonates. You don't have to, but if it resonates for you and it's been something you've been thinking about already, then that's your confirmation. If your friends are fine, leave it alone. That's not for you. But it's like King of Cups, being more in control of how you feel, the people around you. It's like also wisdom, listening to, being in alignment, with your emotions, with your intuition, kind of thing. Is that King of Cups is the highest. We have the Queen of Cups, yes, but after her comes King of Cups. He's at peace, like I said, meditating. He is in control of those emotions around him instead of letting them rule him. He's ruling them. you know he brings calm to the chaos of his emotions. You can never tell what he's feeling because that's how in control he is of the situation, of everything. He follows his intuition. He follows those divine cues, and that's what you're going to come to and become when you follow or become in alignment. It's as easy as acknowledging your Empress energy and divesting, removing, getting rid of all of the things in your life that do not give to that end, that do not support that Empress energy in you. Okay, so that's all that I have for you guys. So I hope this reading resonated. If it did, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the tribe. And I'm hearing just breathe. You're not a failure, because that song is coming through. Just breathe. That song from In the Heights by Leslie Grace. She's the one who sings it. It's when she comes home from college and she dropped out because she felt like discriminated against, or like she wasn't smart enough. Essentially, when she was the smartest person on her block, she felt like ordinary. That's the thing. Some people want to stay extraordinary in a small pool, and when you go to a bigger pool of fish or a sea of fish, now you blend in more and you become like challenge. You're not the smartest person or the most pretty anymore. But that's where you grow. That's where you learn more and meet new people and become a better version of yourself, a more aligned version of yourself. You may always want to be the prettiest or the smartest in your hometown, but if you go to a big city, you may not be the prettiest or the smartest. You have to learn to be okay with that. That's where the growth happens. That's when you become a better person. You find your people, you find your peace, your calm, your sanctuary. You learn to find or have better control of your emotions when you're in situations that are not the best. You learn to adapt, you learn to control. So maybe you need to find some control, honestly, because that keeps coming through. But yeah, you're in a small pool, and it's time for you to jump into a bigger sea, a bigger fish. There's more for you to learn, more for you to see. Like I said, she came home from school after being the smartest in her neighborhood, the one everyone knew was going to succeed, and then went to college. She wasn't the smartest. She was struggling in school, and it's like that's just more for you to learn. That should be make you even more determined to learn as much as you can to prove, not even prove yourself, prove to yourself that you can do it, not to anyone else. That you have what it takes. And she eventually went back in the end of the movie, but she was scared to tell her dad that she dropped out. So she's like, just breathe, just breathe through it. If emotions overtake you, breathe through it, meditate through it, find what you need to find your middle ground, find that healing, and then you can become better and do better. Okay? But now I'm done. I hope you're having a beautiful, wonderful day whenever you watch this reading. If you want a personal reading, you could always book with me with my email in the description box below. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. Hello, my gorgeous group threes. Welcome to your reading. If you chose this frappe strawberry milkshake, whatever pen, then you're in the right place, because yes, it is a pen. As I showed you guys in the intro, you're in the right place. Welcome. Now, there's something about going around and around in circles. So maybe you're someone who's constantly unsure if you're going down the right path or in the right direction, even if you watch multiple readings telling you that you are going in the right direction. Because like I said, you see this going around and around and around. So maybe you're unsure, or you're always questioning yourself. Or maybe you're just very well, I'm hearing, adjusted to something. You're well adjusted. You're able to balance the dark with the light, and maybe you're hypnotic, because when I'm moving it in front of me, it looks like it's moving, and I'm just like in a trance or something. Maybe somebody hypnotized when you're in a trance, or maybe you're just sweet right now with this whole strawberry milkshake thingy. or maybe you're just really sweet too. I'm hearing I'm hearing strawberry shortcake. So that person character can be important to you guys. I wasn't really a strawberry shortcake girl. I watched the show, but I didn't like really get into it or anything. I'm also hearing My Little Pony, so maybe some of you guys could have been into those like more like very girly, cutesy shows when you were younger, or you still watch them. And please, because I do too sometimes. I was watching Winx Club the other day. You're just watching it from the beginning because it was such a good show. Okay. Um, but yeah, there's something here about you being very sweet, very tasty, very tantalizing, something like that. You're hypnotizing people, or you're being hypnotized by something, or you're always going around and around the circle. Oh, but back to what I was saying about the syrup and the strawberry shortcake syrup. It's like very sweet and very tart, and it's like very see through. Like I don't know where it was, but I was at a friend's house like years ago. It was a very long time ago. When I used to live in Florida, so it had to be like more than 10 years ago, probably like 15 years ago maybe. I went over to a friend's house for dinner because she invited me over. I'm like, oh sure, I'll go. And like for dinner they made something, and then at the end they made like strawberry shortcake. And I'm like, what? You can make this? But yeah, she bought like the pound cake. Then there was a whipped cream. Then it was a strawberry syrup. And I'm like, what? Y'all know how to live in here. I just always remember that very light, like kind of like translucent, kind of see through. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Syrup that you pour over, and it's like very like globby. You know, it's not syrup in the it's like a little bit of frosting, but it's not frosting. It's like a glaze. Yeah, that's the good way to put it. It's a glaze. Um, and that could be you. So maybe you're glazed over, confused. I don't know. We're gonna see when we get more into the readings. I'm like, the first hit that I got was around and around and around. So either of those, some could resonate, some can't. I'm just putting it out there because I'm just like right now just going through something with that glaze is coming through, and it's like very sweet and tastes really good. Honestly, it's not a bad thing, the glaze, but glaze is like when you glaze over something, it's like you can't really touch it or see it properly, if that makes sense. So that could be something that you're dealing with right now. You're having a hard time knowing if you're on the right path. So we're gonna see what cards you guys got. We have within the next few weeks. What the heck? Yeah, y'all are, I would say. And then this card here says, come here. You have a year from now. Okay. So are you on the right path? I would say yes. So far with these two cards. And like I said, with the whole going around and around and around, there's something about you going around and around, not knowing if you are. So for some of you, this thing, okay, how can I phrase this to make sense for two different groups of people? Because y'all all chose the same group, but there's something here about maybe some of you manifesting something within the next few weeks, and then others of you manifesting something a year from now. So maybe I'm hearing for a career, maybe it's going to be coming sooner. So for career, something could be coming in the next few weeks. But because we have two people here together in this card, you're going to be manifesting maybe a relationship a year from now, a union a year from now, something. But I do feel like within the next few weeks and a year from now, your life's going to be changing drastically either way. It doesn't really matter exactly what you're manifesting because everyone is manifesting different things. So something is coming within the next few weeks and a year from now. Okay, something you are starting within the next few weeks could fully flourish within a year from now. Okay. So like I said, like a sweet glaze, it could have been a good thing. So something's coming like a strawberry shortcake is a dessert. And dessert's like a treat for some people for finishing their dinner. Or as kids, they're like, oh, finish your dinner first, then you can get dessert, It's like a treat after you do the hard work. But eating dinner wasn't that hard. But as kids, they make it seem like it's the hardest thing in the world to finish a few pieces of broccoli and chicken or something. So a job well done is something that could be coming for you guys, like I said. Okay, let me get more cards though, so I'm not just talking and confusing anybody. No, why would you do that? Okay, so I was holding this half of the deck and the whole deck flew except for this card. So I'm gonna be guessing that this card is important. We have Rising Up. Okay, so we're gonna keep that. We have Rising Up, and I swear to y'all, I've I've gotten this one maybe once or twice in the whole like history of using this deck, and she always gives me Megan Thee Stallion. She of course is not a black woman, but she's giving like the very muscular stacked and I wouldn't say Megan is muscular, but she's like, she has meat on her bones, So literally, like I was talking about, you ate something and now you're getting a reward for eating. So you've been working out really well or something along those lines, and you're going to be seeing some results within the next few weeks or a year from now, like a full transformation of your life. Because she gives me, she's eating good, but she's not fat. She's just like got meat on her bones. That's the best way I can put it. So you're rising up. Maybe right now you can't tell you're rising up because it's in black and white. And here you have 11, which means you're aligned. So yeah, that's a yes from this card. 11 is a yes. And look, we have being bound. Mm. So you feel stuck, but you're not. So like I said, you're going around and around. One day you feel like everything's going good. The next day things aren't going so good, and that's leaving you like an up and down. Like sometimes, like we all have good days and bad days, yes, but don't take that as a sign that you're in the right on the right path or not. That's not your signifier of if you're on the right path or not. Because one day you have a bad day, oh Lord, I must not be on the right path. And then I have a good day, oh yeah, I'm on the right path, like that up and down kind of vibe. Because we have a new dawn coming, so it's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life, and it's feeling good. That also came through in group 2. Like I said, each group has been very different, so I don't think anybody should cross watch today. But yeah, we have a new dawn. I want one more card, so we're gonna get one more card. Make sure it's recording, because this might be acting doofy these days. True. Are they on the right path, please? Are they on the right path? Of course, 2 cards will fall. I just wanted one. We have healing hands. Interesting. We have compassion. Yeah, just be more compassionate with yourself. That's what I'm saying. You're too hard on yourself. When you have a bad day, you think everything is just so horrible. You're not doing well, and it's like that. Everyone has bad days. Why is the song coming through? Where was the moment when you needed the most? Yeah. It's something to smile and the magic is gone. Because you had a bad day, you're taking one down. You sing a sad song just to turn it around. You say you don't know, you tell me don't lie. That's funny. You work on a smile, then you go for a ride. You had a bad day. You see what you like. Something like that. That song was coming through. Bad day. So your bad days define whether you're on the right path or not. And I don't think that's the signifier, like I said, of whether you're on the right path or not. So don't let those bad days get you down. Have some compassion. And I'm hearing that song by Kesha. She's like, don't let the a-holes get you down. Don't let the bastards get you down. No, no, don't let the a-holes wear you out. Something like that. It's Bastards by Kesha. You could be dealing with some bastards. Oh gosh. It's basically an uplifting song. She's like saying, "Don't let them get you down. Don't let the anthem be on. Don't let the bastards get you down." So bastards can be those bad days. They are bastards, in my opinion. Like, don't let them get you down. And here we have inspiration. So maybe you think that you're not in alignment if you're not constantly coming up with new ideas. You're not being inspired all the time, and there are some lows. Things are not always going to be, like I said, great every single day. So don't take those off days or days where you're not getting all these great ideas as days that you're not on the right path anymore. It's like someone who's getting angel numbers every day, and the day they're not getting angel numbers, oh my gosh, I'm on the right path, and then you're overthinking what you did in that day, and I'm never going to do that again. Just like extreme measures, drastic measures, taking drastic measures for no reason. The inspiration come when it's needed, and maybe some of you are maybe could be writers or creatives, and you're in a writing block right now, or you're in a funk and you haven't had inspiration the longest time, you don't know what to do next or where to go next, that is my sign that within the next few weeks, you're going to have some inspiration coming your way. That's what that means. And it's going to lead to, like I said, something happening a year from now that will put you in a drastically better place than you are right now. With this whole rising up, you're still on the way up. You're still rising up. Things are not going to be perfect ever. So just get used to not thinking those setbacks or whatever are you not on the right path or you did something wrong. You did not. Have some compassion for yourself, please. Now, inspiration is 5. Fifth energies. Oh, I heard fifth house energy is probably what I wanted to say. Fifth house energy is like having more fun. Maybe, taking yourself out a little bit more. Um, Adding like the air of romance, romanticizing your life could be a thing as well. If things aren't going so bad, there are little things we could all do to romanticize our life. That doesn't have to be big romantic gestures. For example, lighting a candle, taking a bath. How many times have we seen people do that in movies? Romanticizing your life, sitting down, putting on some music, lighting a candle, and journaling. How many times have we seen someone? That's literally what all that Carrie Bradshaw did in Sex and the City, or Sex and the City, whatever it was called. You know what I mean? She would sit there and write down her little journal entries for all the episodes, and everybody loved her life. You know what I mean? So there's ways to romanticize your life without them having to be someone coming and banging down your door in the rain with their boombox on, raised up to the window playing you music, and that means life is good. No, life is good when you come home, light a candle, watch your movie. Come home, cook your favorite dinner, eat it. Come home and have some ice cream. Come home and turn the AC up on the highest it could ever be. Turn on the fan, just for good measure, and then cuddle under a blanket. That's romanticizing your life, okay? Doing those small little things. Stopping at the store on the way home and buying your favorite snack. Going for a walk in a field of flowers. Like, just those small little things I'm hearing, like you just say, mention. That's you having compassion for yourself. Okay, so I'm going to put this over here. And now, is there anything else I have to get into? Are you on the right path? Yes, you are. Undoubtedly. Indubitably. I can't stand me sometimes, bro. Indubitably. Okay, you're on the right path. So now what I'm going to do is start getting into the tarot cards to see how can you become more aligned. And I feel like we've already started getting advice about that. How can my group threes become even more aligned with their truest path or highest path? Okay, how can they become more aligned? Ooh, hold up, man. What is this? Eight of emotions. Yeah, walking away from those emotions that say things aren't good, this is not good enough. It's kind of like, never being satisfied. It's the energy that's coming through specifically for this Eight of Cups energy, because this came through in group one. That wasn't the same energy I was getting. Sorry, I just want to fix this because it's looking a little. It's what we're not going to do. Okay, yeah. Eight of emotions, walking away, finding your bliss, like letting the sun set on an old day and leaving that day where it was and moving on and not thinking about the past. Interesting. Okay, so the Eight of Cups also means this is like giving me full. Is it solar eclipse or lunar eclipse? One of those. Like a complete like change in attitude, which is essentially what the card was saying about um when there's a bad day, leave it in the past. Don't let it have any bearings on how good well you're doing in life. Hold on, let me get some more cards for y'all. If something doesn't make you happy, walk away. Leave it behind. Don't dwell. Or literally journal it out and burn it. It's a good way. Or if you write it out and all the bad things you're feeling and burn it. It doesn't always have to be a full moon for you to do like a burning bowl ritual. Things aren't feeling good, write down all the negative emotions, burn it, and then write down the good emotions you want to feel. what are all these? Her just take these. So let's get into it. We have the awakening in reverse. You're giving me the vibe of someone whose mind is always on. You think too much. Yeah, with that priestess energy, of course. And the Three of Pentacles, you think too much. You're always in your head. You're always over analyzing any little thing in your life. Like I understand there are signs and symbols and synchronicities you have to be on the lookout for, as spiritual beings, of course. But every little thing that happens in your life, like I said, it's not a sign that things are going bad or things are going good. Sometimes things just happen. It's like having that energy, which you do have, to decipher which ones are signs and which ones are just a bad day, or which ones are just, a happy coincidence. You know what I mean? Even though I don't believe in coincidences, okay? Three of Materials, Three of Pentacles, just working, keeping at it. I'm hearing talking to friends or confiding in friends if you have to. Asking for opinions. The Three of Materials is also collaboration. The Nine of Pentacles is that exactly what I was saying. Treat yourself, okay? Buy yourself something good, kind of indulge in luxury. And luxury doesn't always mean expensive, it just means feelings that bring luxury, okay? If it's texting your person, if you have a person, texting your friend can definitely be your person. Texting a family member, texting a mom, texting someone who can, tell you all the good things about yourself so you're not feeling like a failure or something like that. Go on a vacation if you can afford to do so, please. And there's literally a post that I was seeing. I don't know if it was on Facebook. Probably was most likely on Facebook. It was like things that I learned once I turned in my 30 years being alive. It's like, don't put work first before anyone, um because they don't care. If you want to go on a vacation, go on a vacation. Don't stay at a job if it's not making you happy, you know what I mean? Or don't stay at a job for more than like 3 years if you haven't like been advancing in that company for 3 years. So if you've been working at a company for 3 years and at least like four, three, every year you're not getting paid more or better benefits, do not stay at that job. Like it was some good stuff that I was getting from that post. I'm like, okay, make more time for yourself. Like I said, don't put these jobs first. They don't really care about you, kind of thing. Like just a bunch of little drops of wisdom the person was giving us as they grew older and things that they learned. And there's a bunch of other people in the comments like, yeah, I co-sign this and that kind of stuff. It's like those little things, like putting yourself first. Maybe reading a book, that always helps. Learning a new hobby is something that's coming through as well for some of you. It just like hit me in the face, like, duh, a new hobby. This Eight of Cups is walking away from a job, walking away from a relationship, things that you should do to be more aligned, walking away from things that don't make you happy. Like I said, whether it's a bad day you had, close that chapter. That was yesterday's book. Now we're opening a new book, and that's today's book. So don't bring what happened yesterday into today. Okay. Eight of Cups, walking away from things that don't make you happy, things that are just okay, a job that's paying you just enough. Like, no, walk away from them because they don't care. They're not going to start paying you more all of a sudden because you're unhappy. No, walk away and leave. I feel like you make your opportunities. You make your own opportunities. If you quit, I'm pretty sure when one door closes, a window is opening or another door opens. Spirit is right there. This high priestess energy. If you're ever feeling the urge to move forward or move on from something, do it. And this is like, stop, because this is judgment card. Stop not trusting your own judgment is also, that's something that's coming through, because you have it with the high priestess. You have it in abundance. Three of Pentacles could be saying start a business with friends, go out with friends and hang out with them. It's also giving me like, what do you call it? Networking. Not even that. Marketing. No. Brainstorming. Yes. Like asking friends, like, hey, what do you think the ideal career for me would be? Like, you know me best. What do you think a great career for me would be? if you can't come seem to figure it out yourself. And if they end up saying something you've been thinking about, that's your confirmation. That's a sign of synchronicity, honestly. Like, oh, so I'm supposed to be a nurse if it's something you've been thinking about. Oh, you make a good therapist. Every time we come to you with our problems, you always know what to say and always know what to do. Boom, right there. That's your answer. You're so artistically inclined. You dance really well. I wouldn't mind seeing you be a dancer. Or you sing so beautifully. I wish people would hear you sing more. That kind of thing. Ask your friends because they know you best. They're around you the most, and they can kind of affirm these things to you. They're not telling you do this, but they're telling you, hey, we think you have affinity for this. And you're like, oh, you know what? I've been thinking about that too. Boom, let me start doing it. Especially if you're unhappy where you are now, you can always move forward. Your judgment's going to be telling you, oh no, it's not safe, it's scary. No, do it. Trust in yourself more. That's how you can become more aligned. And splurge, treat yourself, have a good time. Nine of Pentacles. This card now I'm seeing the this card in the Everyday Witch Tarot, where she's literally sitting out in her backyard in a beautiful garden on an Adirondack chair. She have her wine, she have her food next to her, and she's just chilling, soaking up the atmosphere. Like if you can't, create that if you cannot pay for the atmosphere by going on a trip or vacation, create that atmosphere in your house. And it's giving, is it Hygie or y'all know what I mean? It's Hygge. That atmosphere where you bring like beautiful twinkling fairy lights. And that's going to be like your decompression center. Whenever you're having don't keep on all the time though. Whenever you're having a bad day, having a bad moment, you just turn on that little center and everything lights up and it's beautiful. It's giving what is it called? Y'all know that scene in Princess Diaries 2 where she finds that garden and turns on the light, and it's like just so beautiful and scenic, and picturesque. Create that little vibe for you in your house. And whenever you're feeling down, go in that place you can't be. It's illegal. Say it's illegal for me to be unhappy in this place. And turn on the lights. Light a candle. You know what I mean? Read a book, get some wine, get your favorite snack, put on a movie, put on your comfort movie. Those things are coming through because the Nine of Pentacles is comfort. Yeah. So put on a comfort movie, your comfort snacks, comfort something, child. Comfort yourself. Or find people that can comfort you, that you can brainstorm with. Okay, so we're gonna get some more cards from this deck here to see what else we may need to know. And that's literally what the inspiration is saying. If you can be inspired by other people. So maybe you just go outside and people watch. What more do we need to know about group 3 and their path, please? We know they're on the right path, but what else do we need to know about this path that they're on, please? The path that they're currently on. The average generation, these are too many, sorry. Can I get, okay, much better. Oh my gosh, guys. It flipped back out, bruh. See what I'm telling y'all. What is for you cannot miss you. Like if you are feeling inspired to do something, do it. Trust yourself. I literally put that card back and I had a feeling that when the way it flew out that it was gonna be that card, and it was. So yeah, trust in your intuition, trust yourself, believe in yourself, that kind of thing. But it came out upright this time, which I appreciate. So we have regenerate. Like, when things are, feeling like they're over, they're completely done, move on. Eight of Cups. That's that confirmation with the Eight of Cups. Or for the Eight of Cups. Hold on. I'm going to fix the cards and they just always want to act up. I'm not sure if it's straight or not. If it was straight, I messed up. I'm sorry. Let me scooch up for a second and see. That looks straight. We'll leave it. Regeneration is like when you think things are over, things are done, things are not, salvageable. When you know you've reached that, move on. Have compassion for the things and decisions you made to get there. Take that accountability. You can do that, but then move on to a new day, a brighter day. Continue rising up, what the card said. Continue rising up. Don't let anything keep you down, because you are definitely in alignment. Okay, what else about their path, please? If maybe you're feeling a little up and downs because you completely started something over from scratch, is what I'm hearing, then you're on the right path still. And it's okay to, like I said, have bad days. There will always be bad days, no matter how accomplished you become, no matter how good your business is doing, no matter how good this is happening, just lean on friends. Essentially, they're going to be there. Lean on family, people that make you feel strong. Okay, like I said, buy yourself something, treat yourself, that kind of thing, to kind of like give yourself little treats along the way to keep yourself going, you know. And it doesn't have to be expensive things. Like I said, it doesn't have to be a whole vacation, but make sure to reward yourself to keep the inspiration going. Find your muses, essentially. We have soulmates. Oh. And I was looking at that here with this freaking, I think those are swans. Or they look like swans to me. And I was like, oh, swans like soulmates. Yeah. Soulmates in your case could be friends of yours. It's the vibe that I'm getting. But I do feel like when you're on the right path, how to become better in alignment is to connect with those soulmates. And we have like birds coming through a lot. Wow. So you could have a soulmate coming in. You're on the right path. You're meeting a soulmate, or they're going to be coming into your life, or you already have one. So lean on that person. Like I said, for those of you who have a man or whatever, talk to him. Say, I don't feel good. And you know what I mean? Let him treat you dinner or something. You know what I mean? Don't be afraid to ask for help. And I'm hearing sexual healing and inspiration. So maybe by having some, yeah, because that's sacral chakra energy and that's inspiration and creativity. If you ever like are in a funk, just maybe get busy. That's you using that sacral chakra energy. That's your womb. You're engaging your womb. So you're creating things, but not really, unless you want to have kids. Then be careful. Be safe as well. Okay, we have orphaned. Wow. So maybe some of you may have lost a parent. And that could be why sometimes it's hard for you to maybe have compassion for yourself, because you don't have people in your life who gives that compassion. And it's always you having to pat yourself on the back or wipe away your own tears, that kind of thing. That's what soulmates is coming through as. Even if it's just friends, lean on them more. You're not alone. So I just heard you're not alone. For you are not alone. I am here with you. Although we're far away, I am here to stay. That you are not alone. You are not alone. That somebody could be coming through to tell you that you're not alone. Because the way that song or that video was filmed, he's literally in an amphitheater. Maybe go to the movies more, watch more shows, something like that. But he's in a theater, and the way he's saying it, we have him there, and then we have like little side, like like when people like in movies or shows or people are like imagining something, or it's a flashback. The flashback always have the side of the screen where it seems like they're there but they're not really there. That kind of vibe. Someone who is in your life that is not really there but still there for you could be coming through with this whole orphan situation. So if you lost a parent or something, they're always there with you, but they can't see you, but they're telling you you're not alone, for they're with you. Although you're far apart, you're always in their heart. Stop it. Stop playing. No. You're not gonna get me. You're not gonna get me. I feel like there's something here about you guys like believing in yourself, feeling grounded, ever feeling satisfied, feeling at peace kind of vibe. And I do feel like that's where you need to start working on things. Because no matter how on your path you are, you're always gonna feel like you're not if you're always doubting yourself. So build some confidence in yourself. Especially if, like I said, you didn't have people, you don't have people in your life who could big you up. Find someone, if it has to be friends or even yourself. Ask people, like, what is your favorite thing about me, that kind of thing. It's not reaching, it's not fishing, it's literally you just needing that, and your friends should understand, or people who are close to you. At the bottom of the deck, I heard, look, we have a never-ending story. Interesting. That's the vibe that I was getting of you always being frustrated, feeling down in your luck, like you're running out of time. Maybe you're never going to find love. Could be a thing as well coming through. We have no, yes, love, yes, no. It's like, love me, yes, no, yes, no. So maybe you guys have some like self-worth issues. It's giving, I hate saying it all the time, but it's like you didn't have a father who showed you how to be loved. You didn't have a mother who showed you what you should expect from a partner. Mom or father doesn't really matter. So you're out there just like choosing the wrong guys and trying to force anybody to love you. Like, I wonder if you can see it. Like this little thing in the circle there says love me, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. It's like you're always reaching out trying to find love in everybody else kind of thing. Instead of finding that love in yourself or your friends, you know? It's like the whole saying you can't love someone else until you love yourself. And even if you say you love yourself, there's still a part of you that's always seeking validation in others. And if that part is there, it's always going to be you seeking something and wanting something or needing others to feel fully whole, you know? If that makes sense. So maybe some of you have to start from the beginning and start again and regenerate these things. But yeah, it is going to be the vibe of some of you who are starting from the beginning and something finally just sprouted, but it's not enough or it's not making you feel secure enough yet. But it's coming. Nine of Pentacles, that safety, that financial security is coming. But it means walking away from being so hard on yourself. Okay, so what else are we going to go over? What's to come? We can do that. You're on the right path. Yes, you are. Okay, so we did have within a few months and we did have a year from now. I want to get more cards on what that is. Okay, we have these cards here saying within a few weeks and a year from now. What are those things? I'm nosy. What is coming for group 3? They're on the right path, yes, but what are these 2 events coming within a few weeks and a year from now? What is coming for them? If the cards don't come out, that means you're not supposed to know, but if they do, I'm going to take them. Okay, that's a big chunk of cards. And a card from the top just fell. Okay. So here we have the Hierophant. A Hierophant is commitment. It's feeling more stable, more structured. Okay. It's having a mentor essentially. So maybe if some of you lost a mother, you're going to be getting a mother figure in your life. For some of you, if you lost a father, you're going to be getting a father figure in your life. You know, it doesn't have to be a relationship person, but it could be someone who gives you that stability you've been missing, is what this Hierophant card is giving me. Because I do feel like like somewhere I'm getting the vibe of you guys feeling like, I don't know, untethered, like you don't have anyone, like you're lonely, like you don't have that person to come home to, kind of thing. And I do feel like the Hierophant also represents commitment. It represents higher power, higher learning. It also represents mentors. So someone being there for you, providing that stability, or someone you can run to or turn to when you need help, the way kids run to their parents when they need help. If you don't have parents, you're going to be able to run to someone, whether it's a partner or a friend. You have the Fool, new beginnings, feeling more at peace, jumping off the ledge, not thinking first, you know, jumping first, asking questions later. You know, there could be something here about you always asking questions, or you always having to make sure it's the right thing before you leave, asking like, oh, are you sure this is right, are you sure this is right, are you sure this is right? And then when you get a yes, you jump. You're going to be getting to the point where you can just jump and you don't really care what happens or how things turn out, because you're just doing it for the heck of it, you know, because you feel, see, when you feel safe, you're able to make more or take more chances and risks. So yeah, I think that's my confirmation that this Hierophant is going to be that stable structure. Someone come in your life, or you finally find that structure within yourself. Look, we have the Lovers, guys. Stop it. And then we have the King of Cups. Stop. We have that soulmates coming through. Yeah, you're finding a King of Cups. Okay, if you're a feminine, if you're a masculine, then I don't know. You could be finding a Fool. I'm not funny. I'm sorry. Who's y'all? Okay. Yeah, the Lovers, we have so many. That's confirmation that love could be coming in. I did mention that at the top, like you're going to be getting a lover or something. You're going to be getting in a serious relationship or getting married, or you know, that kind of thing. You could be, because the Hierophant is marriage. Wow. We have the commitment card and the Lovers card. Yeah, so high level commitment. Okay, engaged, married, long term connection. Okay, like I said, the Fool is jumping into the unknown more willingly because you have this person backing you, and you know you're gonna have someone to catch if you fall, whether it's a mentor, a friend, or a lover, boom, or even yourself. Now we have the Lovers card, which is making better decisions, having a better decision making process. But specifically for this card, we have these two, bro, I can't talk. What? Huh? Two people finding their way towards each other. We have somebody over here. We have somebody over here. Let me pick up the card in case you can't see it. I don't know if the light is glaring. We have this person over here, we have this person over here, and we have a ledge, which is like under a big, beautiful tulip, and we have the angel wings there waiting. So it's like a sanctuary, first and foremost. This is like either a lotus flower transformation. We did have regeneration come through. It's either a transformation coming through, or you blossoming. You know, the blooms are finally open and you're becoming who you're meant to be. And that could be because you're meant to meet this person, but they're walking there, they're getting to that ledge where they're going to be under this beautiful flower and bloom into something. So a divinely guided connection is coming your way, which we love for you. I love that for you, honestly. And here we have the muse of emotions, which is like she's drinking from her cup. She's fully at peace, at home, at safe in the arms of someone she can trust. Because the King of Cups is a trustworthy energy. I'm not really getting much manipulative energy. Some people would call the King of Cups manipulative, but I would say that if he came out in reverse, you would be getting a out of balance King of Cups that has the potential to become one, but it's not there yet. This card came out upright, very much upright, I heard, okay? So you're getting someone who you can trust, someone you can feel safe with, someone who can you can be yourself with, someone you feel safe unburdening, or someone you feel safe giving your emotions to, you know? Like I'm trying to find a way to say it. What I'm hearing in my head is like a home for your emotions, essentially, a home for your heart. That's the better way to say it, I guess. Someone who allows you to be in your soft feminine because they're in their soft masculine. Oof, bars. You're gonna be in your soft feminine. You're finding some compassion. We have this inspiration. It's giving more sacral chakra energy. You know, yeah, you're blooming, blossoming, and you're finding this stability. Because, like I said, we had this nine of materials here. So stability is coming around in all forms with that. And then we have the Hierophant. Now, the Nine of Pentacles is definitely being an energy of like everything in your life is coming together beautifully, because it's also my 30, 40, and thriving card. It's my bachelorette card, but you're just like comfortable. Life is as it should be. You have your affairs in order. You have a good job. You may have your own place or whatever that may mean for you, where you're finally able to now nurture a long-term connection, and that would be your next step, which is marriage. Ten of Pentacles kind of energy, you know, sharing a home or building a life, a long-term life with someone. So you're on your way with the Nine of Pentacles. That's what they're saying. How can we become more aligned? Just keep doing that. Because a soulmate is coming in. Oh, how cute. You've been feeling alone for the longest time. You're going to find someone to come in and give you that. And I love how we had soulmates come out before the orphan. So this person's going to come in and finally, you know, eradicate that energy by giving you that stability you've always been seeking, wanting, craving, whatever it means for you. But a new beginning is coming for y'all. The Fool. It could also be a beach vacation is what I'm hearing. Okay? And look, we have someone who has the key. The key to your heart, like I was saying with the freaking King of Cups. Someone you feel like safe giving your emotions to, being vulnerable with. A true king. We love a King of Cups. Who's gonna kiss you, give you words of affirmation. That's what I'm getting with all this love. They're gonna like, I'm not getting love bomb, no, but they're going to like, you know, shower you with affection and words of affirmation. I think that's important for you, words of affirmation. And actions as well. You know, acts of service is a thing that's coming through for y'all as well. So someone's gonna show you as well as tell you that they're there for you essentially, okay? But that's what I have for you guys. Okay, you are on the right path. Continue affirming that for yourself. Don't let the bad days, like, so I'm getting the example of you started a business and when things are going bad, you're losing customers, this is something like, you know, you're like, oh my god, maybe I shouldn't have started it. No, it happens. Okay? Let it happen. Continue believing in yourself. Continue, you know, thinking about why you started the business in the first place, that inspiration behind it. And that's going to be your tether even on the bad days, okay? But yeah, now that's what I have for you guys. I hope this stream resonated. If it did, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the tribe. We'd love to have you. If you would ever like to book a personal reading with me, you can always get in contact with me. Use my email in the description box below. But I hope you're having a beautiful, wonderful day whenever you watch this reading. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.